welcome back to one more paper analysis, and today the setup is completely different. This is the second episode of this our paper analysis series, and this thing is useful for the UPSC aspirants and all the personalities who want to do some sort of knowledge gaining, and also you are targeting government exams and all. Then this is the great video or series for you, where we will be discussing about the latest headlines, and also we will be discussing some of important geological and political aspects of India and international news. Okay, so moving on today, the main thing is like the opposition is creating a north-south divide. So this is a complete scenario which is going on in our complete nation right now. The Karnataka and the states which are belonging to the south, they are actually protesting at the Delhi. And now let's see what the headline says to us. So talking about what the headline is saying to us, so opposition is creating a north-south divide, what PM says. So according to PM, what PM is actually saying on this particular scenario, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday alleged that the opposition is creating a north-south divide and asked Congress to stop this divisive politics. He was apparently reacting to the protest by the Karnataka government against the alleged stepmotherly treatment of the center. What this actually symbolizes, this news and these news, they all are connected with each other. Now here, why they are connected with each other? Because as we know, I'm not at the side of BJP and not I'm taking the side of Congress even. What I want to say is this kind of divisive politics and this kind of politics which actually creates a division between the states and the north and south, it is a very bad situation of our nation actually. Because if we talk about the complete development of the nation, then if you don't get any sort of rectified point or the justified point, then you don't have any authority to just complain about the linguistic aspects of a particular person, because it's actually hurt their sentiments also. So an entire state is speaking this language. Nothing can be worse than this. It is the painful that such language is emerging from the national party, says Modi, asking Congress to stop the divisive politics. Karnataka's leader hits out at center as they protest in Delhi, accusing the union government of discriminating against the Karnataka and other southern states with regards to the devolution of tax. The entire leadership of the state, led by Chief Minister Siddharamaiah, staged at protest at New Delhi's Jantar Mantar on Wednesday. And that's actually this thing is actually going on right in our nation. Because if we talk about the linguistic aspects of a personality, as India is a democratic country and there are all sort of religions, cultures and languages which are spoken in this country, but any single entity or a party don't have any much right or to create such types of politics, because it actually hurts the sentiments of India and its constitution. Talking about the state should develop, the state development for country's development, as the Narendra Modi what he says. Let's study this line should be an important aspect of this complete situation. So let's study this line in a complete detail. So the state's development for a country's development is our mantra. We encourage competitive and cooperative federalism. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is not a slogan. It is Modi's guarantee, what Narendra Modi has said. According to this statement, if we break this statement, let's see what we are just understanding through this statement. So the state's development for country's development is our mantra, and we encourage competitive and cooperative federalism. Now, federalism is a very important case, and I think nowadays the people or the citizens of India are actually forgetting this particular aspects of a problem when you talk about the things like Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. So this is the statement which was said by Narendra Modi on this particular aspect of the problem. And as a result of this particular problem, what actually thing happened? Let me take you to that particular aspect, and I think it will be more beneficial. Give me 5 minutes. I will take you to the one more headline, which is an important, because what the thing is, like when we talk about the things or aspects like this, the headlines what BJP has told. So BJP is not backed, or the BJP also given the answer of all these problems which is raising in our country through a complete system, right? Through a complete system, BJP has given the answer with the facts and figures also. Talking about the next news, which is Uttarakhand Assembly passes Uniform Civil Code or UCC bill. As we have just talked, as we have just talked in our previous episode regarding that bill. So this bill is actually passed, and talking about this bill in more detail, let's understand what this news actually says to us. So Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami terms it as an historical movement. Congress MLA says that they are not against the bill, but that these provisions need to be examined in detail so that flaws can be removed. Now again here you can see that by passing this bill, the Uttarakhand has become the first actually state to do this, right? So it is an historical movement. Chief Minister Pushkar Raj Singh Dhabi said that the assembly had become the first legislature in independent India to pass a bill that imposes common rules for all communities except scheduled tribes on marriage, divorce, inheritance and living relationships. This is the case which we have just discussed earlier also in our last episode, when we are just discussing about the UCC bill in detail. You should watch that episode. You will get a great knowledge what the UCC bill is and what it actually says, right? Also, what Congress is saying on this particular aspect. So this is the statement of that Congress complete. Let's understand this also. So Congress MLA said that they are not opposing the UCC bill, but from here, but acclaimed that its provisions need to be examined in detail so that the flaws can be removed and before we pass. Like they are just trying to remove the flaws. Tilak Raj Biar, the Congress MLA from Ticha, said that Article 44 of the Constitution, which is the basis of the bill, refers to the UCC in the context of the whole country and not just the one state. So again the Congress is doing some sort of stuff like this. They are just trying to come into the picture. What I am just getting through this complete satire of the situation. Let's see. So this is the great thing which we have just discussed also, and it actually got passed. Now let's move to the next news. So talking about the next headlines of the day are 30 killed in twin explosions on the eve of Pakistan general election. Now the thing is, the Pakistan is undergoing an election period, and what this news is saying is that there was some kind of explosion which got in Pakistan on the day of that election. Let's see what the news is, and let's try to understand what this situation is again. Okay. So let's move on here. So at least 30% were killed and more than 40 were injured in that complete situation. As you are just observing what is happening in our country. Let me rectify it. Okay. Now it will work. So 30 persons were killed and more than 40 others are injured on Wednesday in the twin blast targeting election offices in Pakistan's relative Baluchistan province a day before the general election in the country. So a day before the general election of country, or this particular incident had took place before the day of its election in the Pakistan at its offices. In the first incident, a powerful blast outside the office of independent candidate Ashfandyar Khan Khakar in Fishin district killed the 20 people and wounded 30 others. And as you are seeing that even Pakistan is not safe enough to live. Like, I hope you guys can understand what the situation of Pakistan is, and I can't comment anything on it to me personally. No group or individual claimed responsibility for the twin blast because Pakistan never takes the responsibility like that for anything. The election commissioner of Pakistan confirmed that the two blasts and said security had been further enhanced in province for the Thursday election. Like the elections which will be happening today in the Pakistan, there the security will be provided and they will take the full control over the security enhancements and the security surveillance systems and etc. Like this. The next news comes for the Bihar Speaker. So the Bihar Speaker refuses to quit until Nitish faces floor test in Assembly on Feb 12. So talking about our Speaker Awadh Bihari Chaudhary had made it very clear on Wednesday that he would not step down from its post until the Assembly session begins on Feb 12, when the Chief Minister and JDU leader Nitish Kumar is set to face the floor test. So till then, he will not take any sort of movement to step back from its post where he is right now, and he will want to be a speaker till 12th Feb. Let's see what happens, because it's a very interesting situation which is going on right now here. A newly formed National Democratic Alliance NDA government is the newly formed National Democratic Alliance or India government is the state had moved a no confidence motion against Mr. Chaudhary, who belongs to the Rashtriya Janata Dal or RJD. So this is the news which is coming from the election point of view. And let's see, Sharat Paar, again he is a very interesting character of this complete news. Let's see what he is just trying to do, and he just got a new party symbol and he just created a new party with a new name even. Let's see. So Sharat Paar faction gets a longer name day after Ajit retained NCP clock symbol. Let's see. So this news is straight away coming on from Pune, and you can read the name of the reporter who is just reporting this news. So the election commissioner had approved a new name, Nationalist Congress Party Sharad Chandra Pawar. This is the name. Okay, so it's an important headline. You can just bookmark this point of a video. In the timestamp, you can just comment down the timestamp what you are just thinking. It's an important aspect, or this can help you in the examinations point of view, or any sort of latest updates and all. So what you can do, you can just comment down the timestamp which you are seeing on video right now, so that it can be beneficial for other people also who are watching this video. Okay, so the election commission had approved a new name, and this new name is Nationalist Congress Party Sharat Chandra Pawar for NCP Chief Sharat Paar faction, a day after it awarded the party's original name and clock symbol to the rival NCP faction headed by the Pawar's nephew and Maharashtra Deputy CM Ajit Pawar. The polls panel description came after Mr. Sharat Pawar's faction has asked to submit 3 names of their political group by 4 p.m. on Wednesday, and at that particular time, for that particular purpose of Rajya Sabha polls started to be held on that 27th of Feb. It's an important date to be marked. So what he has given the 3 names, and out of which that this name got selected. Let's understand what the 3 names he has just given. So the 3 names suggested will be the Nationalist Congress Party Sharat Chandra Pawar, Nationalist Congress Party Sharad Rao Pawar, and NCP Sharat Pawar. These were the 3 names which was given to the electoral commissionerate, and from there this name actually got selected. So like this we can understand this thing, and here it's mentioned the unconstitutional move. While the BJP leader and Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis called the EC decision on NCP split a victory of democracy, leaders of Sharat Paar faction, they criticized it. Okay, so they are just talking it as an unconstitutional view, but we should also understand what this unconstitutional moving means, which the move which is not according to the Constitution of India. Like this, stabbed in the back. Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut, an ally of Sharat Paar group in MVP coalition, alleged that the electoral commissioner had stabbed democracy in the back through the decision to recognize Ajit Pawar's faction as a real NCP. So what is the fight? The fight is actually going on of NCP, and the next thing is, during that election, that clock symbol will be the mark of this party. Newly formed parties, the clock symbol will be there. So like this you can understand this is expect, right? Again, so talking about the hierarchy of bringing the Indian culture back, or the heritage back to our India, Krishna won't be dissuaded. UPCM on Mathura and Varanasi. The Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Wednesday hailed the construction of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, while highlighting the need to resolve similar long-standing disputes over the places of worship in Mathura and Varanasi. Like we are just seeing, while Lord Krishna demanded 5 villages for the Pandava from Duryodhana, 5,000 years ago, we are the only asking for three places for our faith. He said in the state assembly, referring to the ongoing disputes over the origins of there are now the places of disputes. Actually, they are not the disputes. The government should also understand the religion sentiment of the people, and as India is a democratic country, we also understand this thing. But we should bring the Indian heritage back to our country because it's our country heritage, and we have the right to bring it back, right? So government also should understand what are the archaeological facts and all the figures which are given or submitted by the Archaeological Survey of India or ASI, and according to that they should make a decision. And like that also, like ASI also previously has also said that Babri Masjid was actually Ram Mandir, and they India or the government has taken a very long period to cause this construction, and it can also include some sort of malpractices involved by the government or the ruling party. But right now the situation is getting better, and we have just seen it in the case of Ram Mandir. And now we should also support this kind of a resolutions where we are just resolving our Indian heritage back, and we are just bringing that particular heritage back to our India so that we can live in a spiritual realm like there in the time of the Mahabharata or Ramayana. Okay, so while the Lord Krishna demanded 5 villages in the Pandava, it's taken a reference from a Mahabharata. He said in the state assembly, referring to the ongoing dispute. Now here, what are the places which are mentioned here is the Gyan Vapi Mosque in Varanasi and Shahi Eidgah in Mathura. So there are two things. One is Gyan Vapi Mosque and next is Shahi Eidgah. So these are the two places of disputes, and let's see, like if I say Gyan Vapi Mosque, so it is located in Varanasi, and Shahi Eidgah is located in Mathura. Like this. So that's all. Like these are the headlines, and let's see now the next headline. To the center to move fence India-Myanmar border. Now this we have also discussed in our previous news that Amit Shah has told to bring a good surveillance systems on the India-Myanmar border, and there this disputes again has happened. Let's see what this dispute is. While the CM of Arunachal Pradesh and Assam have welcomed the decision, their Mizoram and Nagaland counterparts are against putting up the fence between the two countries. So the states like Mizoram and Nagaland are actually restricting this decision, or they are just against to create a fence between these two countries. Now let's understand why they are just doing it. First, Home Minister Amit Shah announced the government that the center would fence the India-Myanmar border to facilitate better surveillance system to pave control a track over the mixed reaction from the rulers of 5 northeastern states. While the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh Minister welcomed decision, this we have just understood. Okay, Mizoram and Nagaland counterparts are against putting up a barbed wire fence long 1,643 kilometer border between the two countries of the states. Only Assam does not share its border with the Myanmar. First to raise demand, like who just first raised the against part of it. So the Chief Minister of Nogadam, Beren Singh, is the Manipur Chief Minister, by the way, was the first to demand barbed wire fencing along the border with Myanmar. So this was actually a proposal which was raised by the Manipur Chief Minister. Okay. On September 2023, he appealed to the center for this particular thing so that he can just create a system like that. In September 2023, he appealed to the center to scrap a free movement regime agreement between the two countries that allows border residents to travel up to 16 kilometers in each other's territory without any visa. So it's an important headline which was released in September. So this could be studied, this should be taken into the reference, right? He argued that the extremists had been exploiting the FMR to stoke ethnic violence in Manipur since May 3, 2023. Mr. Singh did not express his views on the fencing plan but responded what Shah had written on X in support of the move. Assam Chief Minister also said fencing would reduce the incident of cross-border insurgency and infiltration. This is an important, again, part of this news. Members of extremist groups such as United Liberation Front of Assam Independent have been carrying out hit and run operations in Assam from Myanmar by traveling through a mostly jungle stretch of hilly land standing Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. So like this, you are just understanding how situation bad is there when we are just seeing this thing, and this border can actually reduce the chances of this particular incidents in our country, right? So let's come on to the next news. So opposition uproar over the coal mine project in Chhattisgarh. So those who don't know what this is, so in Chhattisgarh there is a coal mine project which is going on. So let's see what the main headline or the main coverage of this particular article is. So let's understand. Arguing with the tree, tolling for a coal mine project in the Hasdo Ran area of Chhattisgarh would have determinal effects on the regional flora and fauna and tribal communities. Opposition on Wednesday caused an uproar in the state assembly. Leader of the opposition was Charandas Mahant. Charandas Mahant moved an adjournment motion notice seeking discussion on the issue, and dissatisfied with the chair's decision to disallow the same, Congress MLA stormed into the well of the House, leading to their automatic suspension. However, the suspended legislature were later re-initiated after the Speaker revoked their suspension. So like this, we are just seeing that it was not only the one aspect of a problem, like when we are just seeing some sort of development projects. So what main problem comes is a mentality to change, and in India there is a huge need or a huge need of this particular essence of a mentality to become a positive changer in response to a negative taker, right? Like what is happening in our country, if we want to do anything positive, the negative aspects actually get, possessive on the mind of a people who want to do actually positive. So because of that many people are facing problem in India. So the government is also doing some sort of positive aspects, because of that the negative can also take place. So for that the government also should keep in mind what can be the negative hazards of this particular problem or any problem. When it's related to the development, there will be many problems in country, and as we are seeing that India is developing in a rapid race, then there will be a problem. So the government should create some sort of policies, or they should take an actions to just keep this holding, right, to just prevent the negative hazards more often in this problem, right? So there was one more news, and personally I like this news a lot. Gujarat passes a resolution to teach Bhagavad Gita in school. So it's a really important, because Bhagavad Gita actually improves your mentality, your physical fitness, your managerial skills, and also it keeps you motivated forever. So I also have it. So I also recommend you all to read it once. If you will read, your mind will become eventually more calm. You can read the English version of it, you can read the Hindi version or the regional version, because it is translated in more than many languages. So you can just read according to your comfort. So it is important that this kind of resolution should pass in. So the many other states also should learn from this particular things. So the Gujarat Assembly on Wednesday uniformly passed a resolution requesting the BJP government in the state to take necessary steps for effective implementation of the Education Department decision to teach Hindu text Bhagavad Gita in schools. Now the thing is holy Hindu text. Okay, this word is right. While the AP state unit welcomed its resolution and extended its support to it, Congress MLA initially protested. Again, you are seeing that Congress MLA initially protested this statement, but later supported when the resolution was put to the vote, allowing it to be passed unanimously by the House. The resolution states that the scripture must be taught in the school in the year from classes 6 to 12, and it is important for your character development as well. Your character development. So for this character development, Bhagavad Gita is must, according to me, to be personal. So it is important to teach this stuff. Again, let's come to the next. 390 years old lamp. So what I am just why I am teaching you this news. This news is different from the news which we discussed related to the politics and all. It's different. So it is actually important to study this kind of a concept because this actually reminds us of our Indian heritage or the scriptures which we are just getting due to some European education system implementation in our country. We are just forgetting the basic rules of operation and to understand our scriptures and our ancient Indian history. And it's a sad reality of current education system, and as it doesn't tell you what you have to study, or if it tells you, they are completely out of your syllabus and it's of no use, if to be precise. So here, 390 years old lamppost in Nalanda unveils trade links of Telangana. Let's see. So what Sarish Nansity from Hyderabad has told us, a newly discovered 390 years old Devsthamb on the edge of river Krishna in Nalgonda district of Telangana cast a fresh light on trade ties in the region in early medieval times. Archaeologists working in the area found the 20-foot pillar. Let me underline this. Found the 20-foot tall pillar with hollows for lamps and multilingual inscription in Mudimakam village of Nalanga. The pillar and the small flat roofed structure near it was found by Ashok Kumar of Public Research Institution for History, Archaeology and Heritage. It is on the slope from the village led into the river bank. We have not found anything like this in the Krishna River Valley nor in the records of similar structures, says Srinivasan, who founded this pillar along the Ashok Kumar. You can see this pillar, how it actually looks like. So this is the pillar, Dev Stamp, and it actually, like here, it is dated to June 1635. So according to the Kaaba dating and all, so it was actually that much old, like 1635. At that time it was there. Based on the inscription engraved on the lamp post near the ruined Shiv temple, the pillar can be dated to the June 65 and it is written in Telugu mixed with the Tamil language. It is dedicated to Kashi Vishwanathan, and because of its height, it would have served as a lighthouse on the river in trade route. Now you are seeing that how advanced the medieval age also when I talk about the Indian history. So because of this news, you get updated from the aspect of the history also. Okay. The inscription was engraved by Madiraju Nasava of Yudupalati and erected by Polinadu, the son of Valimunala. Similar pillars have been found in Tamil Nadu, but they don't have inscription, Mr. Reddy said. So now you are just seeing again. The village is about 180 kilometers. The village is about 180 kilometers. Okay. From Hyderabad. From Hyderabad, it's 180 kilometer, which was ruled by Qutub Shahi rulers at that time. European travelers, including the French diamond trader Trevenir, who have made 5 trips to the Hyderabad kingdom in the same period, describe the land routes but make the reference to river in trade. The team of archaeologists also discovered an 8th century inscription record, a grant during Badami Chalukya rule in the region, showing that the village was a part of a trade route over the millennia. Now you are just seeing what we are just observing in our country. Now there are millions and millions of hidden inscriptions, hidden proofs which actually tells the ancient heritage of India. So that particular things are hidden right now. So let's see in the coming years we will get to know about them. So we all should support the ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, from our heart and also from our perspective of vote pool. And you can say you have to create some sort of awareness of ASI because many people don't know what Archaeological Survey of India actually works, and there are many less people who take it as a career option, but it is a very great career option when it's come to finding things. So a tribute to ASI and complete team of it to create that sort of stuffs. There is one more thing. Let's read this update also. Kufos to be a part of forest biomass and carbon monitoring research. So it's again a great tribute for our India. So the Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies will be a part of an advanced NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar NICER phase 2 research project on forest biomass and carbon monitoring using radar data. The collaboration comes after the successful completion of the first phase of the ISRO and NICER program. So the first phase has been completed, and the Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies (KUFOS) will be also a part of NASA ISRO mission or the NICER phase 2 research. So it is a great proud for that university also, because they will get an exposure to work with the two great space organizations which are NASA and ISRO, and let's hope that NICER gets successful in all its phases. And talking about the second phase, so in the second phase, they will be using an advanced radar imaging which provides the detailed view of Earth made available through NICER, which was designed to observe and measure some planet most complex processes. So these were the next thing. Then the university has been provided with a budget of 44 lakh through Space Application Center of ISRO. KUFOS now stand as one of the key agencies in the South India to lead implementation of the second phase of the project. So the interesting headline is that ki in our country also we are supporting this space things. So that for like 43 lakh is a very great amount to support this kind of missions in India. So it's again a great tendency. Puja in southern cellar of Gyanvapi Mosque to continue. So as we are just seeing that the Pandit is also performing some sort of religious activities at the Gyanvapi Mosque in Varanasi, and they are offering a prayers, and this actually known as Vyas Ka Tekhana, where this thing is going on, because and these things are important when it's come to the point of view of examinations and all, and so this plays a role. This plays a major role over that, right? So talking about the end or the talking about the statistical data, because these were asked mostly. So what the statistical data says today, let's see. The number of Vande Bharat trains which are present and which are operational at present. So there are 82 Vande Bharat trains which are operational. Railway Ministry Ashwini Vishnu informed Parliament that they are working to increase the speed of Vande Bharat trains up to 160 km per hour on the new Delhi Mumbai and Delhi Havda routes. Right. So it was one important thing. India coal export to neighboring nations from April November is 0.78 in million tons. Again, it's a great news. Amount developing nations need by 2030 in climate finance. So they are actually $6 trillion amount, or $6 trillion nations need by 2020 by 2030 in climate finance, really. So when you talk about the funds embarked to the boost India's defense space capabilities, you can easily say that they are 25,000 in crore, 25,000 rupee crore are given to just boost India's defense space capabilities, and it will actually help to create some sort of most significant mission for our country, and it is useful when you talk about India's position in the space. And we all know that when we talk about the India's space, then ISRO is the first choice for that. The UN seeks fund to help civilians and refugees from Sudan. Like you can see here, the UN is seeking for $4.1 billion in this analysis video. And if you are just like, so hit the like button and share with your friends so that we can just bring this sort of content daily. You can just take your 32 minutes time to just take the review of that and paper analysis, and you can just create wonders in your examination and government examinations. And also when you will take your daily 32 minutes can actually makes a difference in your career also. So stay soon, stay updated. We will be back with another paper analysis soon.